Welcome back everyone to Pontos Fathom Hobbies. This is Season 1, Episode 2 of our Battlestar Galactica fleet battles based on the Warriors of Mars TSR game, Warfare in Barsoom in miniatures for aerial combat. We've got the Galactica and the Pegasus on the board. We've got the Cylon base stars, Vipers, and Cylons are engaged. We will jump into round 2 gameplay. Thanks for watching. Okay, we're jumping into round number 2 of our Battlestar Galactica fleet battle gameplay. It's based on the Warriors of Mars Warfare in Barsoom in miniatures for aerial conflict by Gary Gygax's TSR Games. We've gone through some of the rules last round. We did have our first fire exchange. We had some casualties of both Cylon Raiders and Vipers. And for the record, these miniatures are all coming from the Battlestar Galactica, the board game. I have paint-through videos for all these. We've got Pegasus and Galactica on the board. We've got 2 base stars on the board. We will jump into some gameplay. One thing I see about fire says fire will depend on which movement system is used. If simultaneous movement is employed, that fire will come at the end of the turn. If counter move, it's used in exchange of fire after each player has moved. I am doing the simultaneous move style, but I am doing it in rounds. So we're kind of adapting it a bit. We've got the round chart here and some sort of the custom rules we've made. So we have initiative rolls, movement roll, fire, boarding and ramming, and damage and morale. So we will go ahead and do that as we go. And we do have a damage and roll table. We'll play with that this next round. This is where we have the whole damage location under the 10-sided die. We'll play with that this round as opposed to just the outright destruction we had last round. Okay, we'll have a quick word from our sponsor, and then we'll jump into gameplay. Thanks for watching. Pontos Fathom Hobbies is brought to you by the books that we produce. We've got a bookstore link down in the description where you can check out the Cat2 journals out of Lovecraft's Providence, Genealogy of Cthulhu, Necromancy of Nyarlathotep, and the Hermeticism of Hastur. We've also got the Killingworth Bogman saga and our Locksmen of Quanta saga, starting with Dead Sons 11. Our Esoteric Saturn Mysteries and Esoteric Dragon Mysteries are taken from our podcast series. And we've also got our newest offerings, Saturnalis Thralmorin, the Cypria, the Lost Text, and the Dirges of the Alabaster Kings. Finally, our Lovecraftian Alchemical Courtship in the Dreamlands, 3 volumes, each taking place in one of Lovecraft's cities, Ain Aimless in Celophace, Hope's Home in Dalathleen, Stubborn Devotions in the Temple of Thrawn. Let's jump into gameplay. Okay, jumping into the next round, I want to read a little bit about the critical hits and damage. It says damage scored by hits depends on the type of gun fired and is modified by the critical hits table. So we've also got a damage chart. They've got this table here called engine hits, propeller hits, ray tank hits, steering hits. I've changed this a bit to hull frame, weaponry, reactor, crew decks, critical. So this is a 1 to 10 version of that. And it's going to change how we're going to reckon injuries on the ships. There's also a ramming and collision mechanic. We can look at that next time. Ramming and collisions. We'll look at that the next time. So Warriors of Barsoom here. Let's jump into round number 2. I'm going to roll our initiative dice, Cylons and Colonials. Our Colonials get to go first. So we're going to go ahead and take our vehicle craft stats here. And I think we can move our Mark II Vipers and our Vipers. Six. They'll be in short range now. It's going to give them a much better hit ratio. You have to also have into account that the ships will have some kind of momentum. So I'm going to have these break sort of this way, so they can go through this space. Also our Mark 7 Vipers. We're going to let our Raptors hang back in case any of these go through. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to also use this technique here. I'm going to move us one and also move this in. Actually, yeah. Okay. Do the same for Galactica. We're going to pivot Galactica this way, and then we'll have it move in. Okay. Let's go ahead and also do our Cylons. Cylons similarly, let's have these four shuffle this way. Let's have these four. I'm going to reduce speed by, you can't keep drifting. So there's a reduction of speed that happens in Battlestar that will kind of play into here, where they can't go too slow or too fast. So everyone's been going at top speed, so I can only reduce them by some of their top speed here. We'll have these coming up this way. We'll leave these troops in the back. Base stars can stay in the back as well. Okay, let's go ahead into the combat roles. So we'll start out with these three Vipers. So now we're in short range here. Okay, so we're going to get 2 hits on this as well. So these two have been, actually maybe we'll take 2 hits from these two. 1, 2. We'll just take these 2. 2 Cylon Raiders. Let's go ahead and take the next 4 Vipers. I believe I can pick one of these. Also 6, yeah. So we're going to take 2. We'll take 1 and 2 Cylon Raiders. Let's go ahead. Oh, actually, let's go back. That's 7. The 8 one is fine, but that's 7 here. This Cylon Raider, we're going to roll the damage table because it's not a critical hit. So we'll go ahead and roll a die here. 3, lose 1. So this one is damage. Next one it'll be injured. So we'll kind of just roughly keep track if that one's damaged. I think there's enough that we can keep track. Let's go to the Mark 7 Vipers here. They'll also roll 4. And we get 9s and 10s, so those are going to be flat out destroyed. So quite a few of the Cylon Raiders have been hit. Let's go ahead and do the fire for these Cylons back. So we're going to do 10 here. So again, one of these Vipers, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 as well. And we've got a 9, so another one of these Vipers is taken out. And then there's the last Raider here. That's going to be damage on one of these Mark 7s. So let's do the hit location here on the hit chart. 6. That's going to be a loss of maximum speed. So they're going to have 1. This one will just be able to go 1 speed less. Loss of 1 speed. Okay, so now we're going to keep track of a bit more damage in the rounds. We also can get firing from Galactica and Pegasus. So I believe they can fire into this range here. So Pegasus will fire on this Cylon as well. If it's a 9, that Cylon is just destroyed. And we can also have Galactica firing into this crater with its guns. 6 will miss. So, yeah, so let's take a quick zoom in on the board. And I think that's going to just about do it. Next round I did talk about, we're going to look at this grappling phase. We're probably going to use these to ram the Battlestars, so we can learn about that in the next round. And we will see you in the next round. Thank you for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.